Pakistan's women's athletes are winning more titles, breaking more records, and appearing on bigger stages than they did a decade ago. But their rise raises an uncomfortable question. How much of women's sports in Pakistan is built on institutions and how much depends on individual sacrifice? For many athletes, the journey to a national camp or international competition is held together by coaches, families, and academy founders who fill gaps that formal systems do not. Travel costs, equipment, training, and facilities are often secured through personal networks rather than predictable support structures.
That what the women athletes would need is that they should be provided with, a stronger pipeline. And by that, I mean that they are provided coaching, mentorship, an institutional support, and eventually competition over many years, a continuous support. And this would do more than any one-off funding initiative to these women to reach the international stage. So I would say that Pakistan needs to identify, in the first place, they need to identify talented girls, provide them professional coaching and competitive opportunities, and then support them all the way till they reach the international arena.
This reliance on individuals has produced success stories, but has also created a system where opportunity can depend as much on circumstance as talent. An athlete's prospect may be shaped by where she lives, which sport she plays, or whether someone is willing to invest their own time and money in her development. The result is a pathway that remains uneven and difficult to scale.
Yes, it's true that a lot of these women coaches and trainers spend money from their own pockets to provide either the rickshawala or to, bring water and ice for these girls, for them to remain hydrated. They also sometimes buy shoes for these women. While I admire their personal dedication, this is really not the way to go about, supporting the sports, supporting women's sports. And to me, it highlights, two things. While on the one hand, it highlights the passion of the individuals for these women athletes, but at the same time, it shows shortcomings of the system. So if we want women's sports to grow and become more inclusive, the support needs to be more systematic, with greater involvement of government bodies. Educational institutions also have to play their part. So have the sports federations, but also the private sector has to pitch in.
Money, however, is only one part of the equation. Many female athletes navigate concerns that rarely feature in discussions about sporting performance. Family expectations, safety, harassment, mobility, and the challenge of balancing sport with education or work. For some, the biggest hurdle is not reaching elite competition. It is remaining in sport long enough to get there.
I think money matters. But it's not the only thing, because many female athletes leave because of combination of social and structural barriers. Number one would be harassment at the sports arena, family pressures, societal pressures, neighbors' pressures, and then they have limited opportunities. On top of that, there's really a lack of visibility when the media also doesn't cover their matches. So it's all, a very, very discouraging atmosphere. And then, these two are actually in a way linked together. When there is lack of visibility, the corporations don't want to put the money there. So I would say that if we want more women to stay in sports, we need to address both the economic and social challenges. So if we want women's sports to grow and become more inclusive, the support needs to be more systematic, with greater involvement of government bodies. Educational institutions also have to play their part. So have the sports federations, but also the private sector has to pitch in.
The disparities are also visible across sports. Cricket and football have benefited from growing audiences, sponsorship interest, and institutional attention. Other disciplines continue to operate with far less visibility and far fewer resources. That uneven landscape affects everything from training opportunities to career prospects, shaping which sports thrive and which struggle to attract the next generation of athletes.
Hockey is our national game, and it continues to struggle. So I think that the uneven support largely reflects differences in visibility and investments. Sports that attract media attention and sponsorship, they tend to receive more resources. And despite the fact that there is talent and there is commitment, because they remain under the radar, there is less investment on them, so they receive less sponsorship or none. And what is required is, I think, investment across a wide range of sports, not just those that are commercially attractive.
As governments, federations, and private organizations discuss new investments in sports, the question is no longer whether women should be included, it is whether inclusion is being built into the system itself. Because the future of women's sports will depend on more than facilities or one-off funding announcements. It will depend on whether access, safety, coaching, competition, and long-term support becomes part of the sporting infrastructure rather than exceptions to it.
The word that comes to my mind is Khanapuri. I think an important step is to ensure that women are not treated as an afterthought when policies are being designed. Every new funding program, a facility that is being developed, or any athlete development initiative that is being taken should consider and have clear targets for female participation, and they should have equal access to these projects, programs, initiatives, whatever you want to call them. And in practical terms, this means investing in girls' sports also means that it starts at the school and community level. We provide them safe and accessible training facilities. We support women coaches and trainers. We offer scholarships for them to continue their studies, as well as go on scholarships to become better athletes. Foreign trainings should be provided to them. We should ensure that media covers their events, and there is corporate sponsorship for them. So all of these are very important, and they raise the profile of the women athletes. And also, these same women who get this kind of an attention will become role models for the next tier of women sports. For women athletes.
Pakistan has shown that women can compete at the highest levels when given the opportunity. The challenge now is whether success will continue to rely on individual effort or whether the system itself will begin to carry more of the weight. For more such explainers, subscribe to DawnNews English.